They made us laugh, cry, and believe in sisterhood. But behind the bright smiles of girlfriends hid stories Hollywood never wanted to tell. Some of the beloved cast members who once ruled our screens faced heartbreak, loneliness, and tragedy far away from the spotlight. 25 years later, the laughter has faded, and several familiar faces are gone forever. From sudden illnesses to silent battles that ended too soon, the truth about those we lost will leave you speechless. Stay with us, because what happened to the cast of Girlfriends after fame is something no one saw coming. Tracee Ellis Ross became the face of modern independence when she played Joan Clayton, a confident, ambitious lawyer trying to balance career, love, and identity. Yet off-screen, Tracee was battling a much heavier burden. Born in Los Angeles, California, to the legendary Diana Ross, she grew up constantly compared to her mother's towering legacy. The pressure to be perfect was endless, and even at the height of her success, loneliness followed her. She once admitted, "I love freedom, but sometimes freedom is lonely." Behind the laughter of shows like Blackish and The High Note, Tracee was quietly struggling with anxiety and depression. She devoted herself to her brand, Pattern Beauty, and focused on building peace rather than chasing love. Now 53, she lives alone in Los Angeles, hosting Traveling Solo with Tracee Ellis Ross on Roku, and says her greatest accomplishment isn't fame or wealth, but learning how to love herself. For Reginald C. Hayes, fame came quickly and disappeared even faster. As William Dent, he was the charming, loyal friend who grounded the women of Girlfriends. Fans adored him for his warmth and wit. But when the lights went out, Hollywood turned cold. Roles stopped coming, and Reginald found himself broke and forgotten, forced to live in his sister's garage. The man who once walked red carpets now faced depression and humiliation in silence. His health deteriorated after a diagnosis of congestive heart failure in 2019, but he refused to give up. Slowly, through small appearances in Black Lightning and Abbott Elementary, he rebuilt a life for himself. Now 56, he lives quietly, with an estimated net worth of around $1 million. Not as rich as before, but richer in wisdom. He once said, "I didn't lose everything. I'm just learning how to start again." Jennifer Lewis wasn't just an actress. She was a force of nature. When she joined Girlfriends as Veretta Childs, she brought power, wit, and heart. But off-screen, Jennifer fought battles most never saw. Living with bipolar disorder, she endured deep lows, manic highs, and moments of darkness that tested her spirit. Yet she never gave up. Through Blackish, Broadway, and her memoir, The Mother of Black Hollywood, she turned pain into purpose. Even after a near-fatal 2022 accident in Africa, she rose again, proving that true strength isn't surviving fame, it's surviving yourself. Golden Brooks brought laughter and heart to the role of Maya Wilkes, the sharp-tongued secretary whose humor masked her struggles. But once the show ended, Golden faced her own hardships. She stepped away from Hollywood to have a child, and her career froze overnight. Roles disappeared, calls stopped, and she felt abandoned by an industry she had given her all to. Her relationship with actor D.B. Woodside, the father of her daughter, ended painfully, leading to custody battles and therapy sessions that left her drained. Yet, like Maya, she never gave up. She made a quiet comeback in films like The Darkest Minds and the series Saturdays. Now 55, with a net worth of around $8 million, she continues to act and produce, living in Los Angeles with her daughter. Golden Brooks has become a symbol of strength, a reminder that survival itself can be a form of success. Now 53, living quietly in California, she writes music, practices meditation, and works for animal rights causes. Her net worth is around $1.5 million, but her wealth lies in her serenity. She once said, "I used to dream of standing on stage. Now I dream of feeling peace when the lights go out." For Jill Marie Jones, who played the ambitious and glamorous Toni Childs, the end of Girlfriends marked a harsh new beginning. When she left the show after 6 seasons, she believed bigger roles awaited her. But instead, Hollywood shut its doors. Rumors of conflicts and difficult behavior followed her, turning her into a risk no one wanted to take. The silence from casting agents was deafening. Jill battled panic attacks and sleepless nights, questioning whether she'd ever work again. Slowly, she began to rebuild, appearing in Ash vs. Evil Dead and Delilah. Now 50, with a net worth of around $2 million, Jill focuses on independent projects. She once said, "Success isn't fame, it's learning to forgive Hollywood." And with that forgiveness came peace. Khalil Kain, remembered as Darnell Wilkes, brought quiet strength to the show. But after tragedy struck his family through gun violence, Khalil's world fell apart. He retreated from the spotlight, channeling his pain into theater. His work in Lambs to Slaughter and For Colored Girls became his therapy, transforming grief into art. With the love of his wife Elise Lyon and their children, he found the courage to keep going. Now 61, living in New York, he teaches acting and advocates against community violence. His net worth, around $1.5 million, can't measure his true legacy. A man who turned sorrow into purpose. Keisha Sharp, who joined Girlfriends in its third season as Monica Charles Brooks, was elegance and intelligence personified. Off-screen, she was just as unstoppable, starring in The People vs. O.J. Simpson and Marshall. Yet, the price of her success was exhaustion. She confessed that some days she didn't know if she was acting or simply pretending to be okay. Her husband, Brad Sharp, her high school sweetheart, became her anchor, standing by her through burnout and breakdowns. Together, they redefined balance and love in an industry built on pressure. Now 52, Keisha continues to act and direct, appearing in Power Book 2. Ghost, with an estimated net worth of $3 million. Her message is clear. Health and peace will always matter more than fame. For Phil Reeves, who portrayed Charles Swedelson, time became his greatest challenge. As years passed, roles slowed and the phone stopped ringing. The silence between projects was lonely, but Phil never let go of his passion. He found new joy teaching screenwriting and acting, while appearing in Veep and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Now, 79, he lives in California with his wife, enjoying a peaceful life far from Hollywood's chaos. His net worth is around $1 million, modest, but his career stands as proof that grace and longevity are the marks of true success. CeCe Michaela, who played the fiery Yvonne Blackwell, faced the same silence when her Hollywood chapter ended. Roles vanished, dreams faded, and she was forced to reinvent herself completely. But from the ashes, she built a new purpose. She founded Zuliana Nutrition, a wellness brand dedicated to helping women heal through clean living and mindfulness. Today, at 56, she lives on the East Coast with her husband, her $500,000 net worth representing more than money. It's a life rebuilt with meaning. Dondre T. Whitfield, who played Sean Ellis, also struggled after the show ended. Roles were scarce, and the silence was crushing. But his breakthrough in Queen Sugar reignited his spirit. With his wife, actress Sally Richardson, he transformed hardship into partnership, raising 2 children and proving that love can outlast the hardest years. Now, 56, he writes and speaks about masculinity and healing, teaching men to lead with empathy instead of ego. His $1 million net worth can't quantify his true influence. Sean Harrison, known for his comedic spark as Peaches, brought energy and warmth to Girlfriends. But when the laughter ended, he faced years of rejection and isolation. He turned to writing and producing, nearly giving up until the Min's Patch Show reignited his joy. Now 53, with a net worth around $500,000, he lives quietly in Los Angeles, grateful simply to create. Stability and being myself again, he said, that's the greatest prize. Even the youngest stars carried heavy burdens. Tanner Scott Richards, who played Jabari Wilkes as a child, was adored by audiences but forgotten as he grew older. Depression and disillusionment followed. He left Hollywood to teach acting, helping children navigate the industry that once broke him. His successor, Kendre Barry, faced the same challenges after taking over the role. He too was forced to rebuild, turning to writing and directing small indie projects. Now 29, he lives in Los Angeles, creating quietly and purposefully, with a modest net worth of $200,000, and maybe that's the true legacy of Girlfriends. Not just the laughter we remember, but the strength, heartbreak, and courage behind every smile. Their journeys remind us that even when the spotlight fades, resilience never does. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful untold stories from Hollywood's brightest souls. Because sometimes, the most unforgettable moments happen long after the cameras stop rolling. Thanks for watching.